How's everybody doing? I hope you're well. Welcome to 1111 Crime Story. We have so much to talk about. I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you incredibly much to everyone that supported me, that sent me healing prayers, and your TLC. I greatly appreciate it. I'm on the mend after going through quite an ordeal with a flu bug. That being said, the other Aberdeen sister has been found. So two of the triplets were missing, and they were both located, both bodies. So condolences to the family and the loved ones for that. More condolences to all the victims of all the crashes we've had. All kinds of crashes. I'm just going to leave it there. Go watch my videos. That I did breaking news last night while it was happening. I don't know if any of you reviewed the Medic vac aircraft transmission, but there's something in there. He literally says, the guy says, if it's real, I mean, what we've been listening to, if that's the real transmission, before the plane went down, the guy is saying, you effed with the wrong people. I mean, it's not questionable. It's in there. What is going on there? I don't know. But I'm thrown by that. I told you I felt something was off with the whole thing, and now I'm hearing that. So just, remember, we need to stay focused, and we're going to be focusing on the IDAHO4 today. We're going to go through a role-playing practice, if you will, that you're going to be the interactive part, whether you're in the live with me, because this is a live broadcast, or you're in replay at home. And this is going to be something that you yourself will come up with an answer, and we'll see if it's what you expected. We'll see. Hey, Carolyn Miller. I want to thank my mods, Rach Not That Rach, Debbie Gazzardo, Jennifer Swain. Thank you incredibly. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, I think I got my mods. I just always want to thank them because they volunteer for this. Zaxxon, thank you again, and for all the amazing gifts. I think you're up to about 100 gifted memberships, which is mind-boggling, and I thank you. I don't know what we deserve like that, because I don't know what we've done to deserve that, but thank you humbly for being so supportive of our community, because that's a godsend. And its timing for the members is incredible to get a free membership, because we're meeting on a regular basis in our starlights for TC Radio, which is True Crime Radio, and I Build a Fairy Tale World. Right now, we're about to start that today, later, I should say in the evening, of Debbie Gazzardo, one of our mods, own little houses, and I'm going to build it while we listen to True Crime Radio. So thank you, Zaxxon, for contributing and being incredibly amazing, supportive to our family, because it matters. It matters a great deal to all of us. There are some that can't afford memberships. I just threw it out there as something optional. You're certainly not required or obligated or need to do it. It's just us kind of goofing off in the background while listening to True Crime. I'm going to grab a drink quite often, and I may even cough or sneeze. Please bear with me. Hey, Ocean Deep 24, I am feeling better. We're going to keep going here. We always got to push forward. Mr. Sentinel, at least this case, opens people's eyes to the fact that we don't have a government in this country with a bunch of liars and thieves masquerading as the government, in your opinion, right? I have to be careful. I can't say that, Mr. Sentinel, but you have to be careful with what you're saying, or YouTube will ding me because I didn't mod you and remove something offensive. So you can't say like a bunch of what you said. So unfortunately, I have to watch that, and or YouTube will be very, very upset. And yes, I am censored. I have to play by the house rules, and YouTube has its rules. If a mod could delete Mr. Sentinel's Chief Fry Knows statement, please. Sorry, guys. I have to be careful. So we have to talk in code, but that's okay. Follow along. You can go in blank blank Z blank, right? We'll know what you're saying, but people will have to fill in the details. Laura says, Mama D has lots of supporters on both channels. She is truly amazing. Aw, thank you. We have another show on the IDAHO4 starting on our second channel as well today. And that's going to be about 13 minutes flat in the IDAHO4 case. We're just going to open family discussion. All right, I feel like I have got pretty caught up. Maybe not. I'm just going to jump ahead. Let's get into this. So, are you ready for role play? Because this is an important demonstration to walk you through a very valid point. So, you're all going to become an imaginary jury member. Are you ready? I'm going to pretend that I'm the prosecution, and I'm going to give my opening statement based on what I choose. You're each going to start off with $10 fake, because we're not bribing the jury. We're going to give you some Monopoly money, you know, the fake stuff. But you're going to have $10 bills. Now, you're going to be an active participant in this case, in this thing. Are you guys ready? Everybody with me? Aw, Evelyn Guy Mon, thank you. That is so kind of you. I greatly and humbly thank you. Thank you. Lucian Deep says, hi, Claire. I'm doing good, thank you. How about you? How are you all doing? Hi, Paula Warwick. You love all my channels. I love all of you. We get to spend a great deal of time together, and you make my world very special. And that goes for everyone. I really missed you guys when I was sick. All right, so how many of you, and you're going to have to type this whether you're in live or you're in comments on replay, because my replay crew is incredible. Like I said, I've got a bottle of water too. I am going to be drinking water like Rocky in the G. Slater case, right? If you don't know that case, you're not going to find it even the least bit funny. But I watched a man sit there during a live, not say hardly not one word, read chat, and get like thousands of views while he did this. I kid you not, the whole time. So I'm going to be drinking water like him. Let's put the water right there so I remember to drink it. All right, I know I'm out of it today. I am on severe cold medicine. If I don't make sense, that's okay. Come back another day. Okay. You now have been given $10 bills. You don't get to keep them. They're fake. They're worthless. They're here to prove a point. Okay, so we've got the first person that's got their banking going on. So it's not going to be about math, really. It's going to be about what you're going to part with. So even though in a court of law you are 1,000 billion% innocent until proven guilty by a jury of your peers, right? That's not how it works, especially in Idahoan. That's my code word so I don't get triggered by the algorithm. Ba-bum-bum. But if you are Idahoian, right, you play backwards. You're guilty till proven innocent. And so today, Kohlberger is a suspect of a quadruple homicide. He's facing trial. I have a lot of new faces joining me. They're trying to understand the case, and they've told me you've done a wonderful job explaining the story, the narrative of what happened. But who's BKing, and how do we know he didn't do it? Because did he do it? All right. This is the day. You are going to find out how much honest, and this is even if you're a guilter. So right now, as it sits, we're playing the Idahoian game, and you believe he is 100% guilty. Now, every time I bring up a fact throughout my live today that makes you stop and pause and go, well, that doesn't make any sense, kind of questioning, would he do that? That's called a reasonable doubt. And at that point, you're going to need to type, if you have to give up that bill because all of a sudden you had to think about something I said, I need you to put in the comment or in the live, I just paid $10. I only have, and whatever amount you have left. So keep the math rolling. You're starting off with 10. If all of a sudden I'm into it and you've had to give up $3, how many do you have left? 7, right? Simple. That's the furthest we're going to do math. And trust me, there is no more math in this entire case. So is everybody on board with this role play? You're the jury. I've given you 10 fake $10 bills. If I cause doubt, you're going to literally forfeit your $10 bill. And the symbolism of that is keeping track of how many bills you have left and actually putting it into text that you had to forfeit $10 and that you only have so many left. At the end of this, I'd like to know how many dollars you're left holding. All right? Hi, Claire. Hi, Debbie. Yes, everybody on board? Okay. Yeah, we're going to pretend I'm not sick. And if I cough or sneeze, I've got Kleenexes and all that good stuff. All right, we're ready. So, you've got your money, and I'm just going to ignore that. I'm going to let you keep up with the math for right now. I'm going to walk you through the scenario that the prosecution has been explaining is the narrative. So, there's a criminology student that lives in Pennsylvania. Or North Carolina, Pennsylvania, whatever. Okay? He goes through college there for a few years, and he works under a famous author, and she writes serial crime documentaries in fantasy books. So she also has worked closely with another person that has the same initials, BK, who's a serial killer. And she's done a biography or whatever of this man and had communications with said serial killer. And we have this young man, Brian Kohlberger. And Kohlberger is one of her top students. And he's a criminologist student. And she recommends him further and referrals him. And he ends up where other family members, keep that in mind, he's not the first to go into the area. All right, so he has another family member attending college across the country from Philadelphia, right? A female, I'll leave it at that. And so he begins college. He's not hardly into college, not even 6 months. Now, the prosecution is alleging that Kohlberger got this fantasy in his mind. First, they tried to establish he was an incel. What is an incel? Someone that's so jealous of not having feminine energies in their life, females that love them, that they destroy that race. Like they have a thing against the females, right? They're loners, they're weird, they're creepy, they're monsterish, and we do know they exist, right? But then it came to find out that Brian loves to read books. He has good relationships with women. He gets women's phone numbers. He ain't got a woman problem. We had some woman come out, on the online intranet, and she said that he tried to tickle her and she didn't like it, and so he must have done it. All right, so that's the end of the incel story. So then they switch gears as a prosecution, and they're like, it doesn't matter. We don't have to have a motive now. This is just a random thing. They put out a PCA, a sworn affidavit with a probable cause that said, these are the reasons we want to arrest Brian Kohlberger. And in the probable cause, they insinuate strongly that they're going to be looking at stalking as a reason. So the intranet is like, OMG. Betsy, did you hear about that Kohlberger? He had their SM. They've been tagging him. He tagged them hundreds of times. Them girls didn't even respond. It's all bullshit. But why is it bullshit and went so long is because even though the prosecution themselves came out in a court hearing and attacked, and I thought it was brilliant by the defense how it just happened to be brought up, that is what the general public believed during their survey. And the prosecution didn't like it because they can get in a lot of trouble for misleading, right? Leading. Poisoning the jury pool. That's why it got moved out of that area. But anyway, so let's get back into it. So in the middle of this hearing, the prosecution, Santa Claus, right, Bill Tommy Tom, he gets up there and his blood pressure's going and he's yelling at this witness, go watch it yourself. And he's like, that's not true, that's false, that's false. And I'm paraphrasing, but the witness is, this geeky looking guy that's like got him by the balls. And he's like, I did? You know it's false. And the guy's like, what do I know it's false? And he's like, he stalked one of the victims. And he's like, oh, did I? Oh, I did. Put that in your pipe and smoke away. All right, so you get what I'm feeling and what I'm saying. In this, now we have to switch again because now we're not stalking the victims because there's been no stalking. So we can't go with incel and we can't say that he's been stalking. So what are we left with? At this point, they're down to it doesn't effing matter because his DNA is on the knife sheath and the knife sheath was found on their victim. So therefore, we believe he did this crime. The problem is it's not blood DNA. It's not spit DNA. It's not urine DNA. It's not the root of a hair. It's nothing tangible anymore. Because there was such a minute amount of it. And it was on the button snap of a sheath. Who knows who owned that sheath? And it's touch cells. Now, if the fake Bureau of Investigation has already the answer, right? If they already have the information, this person, I have a score here out of 21 loci. 21. Over here, I have 21 loci. This is a match. Phew. If it was truly like that, just that easy in DNA, and I don't know if you followed what I'm saying. So there's 21, not quintillion, zillion, billion, 21. You know, like the alphabet has billions of combinations of letters, but it's still 26 letters. 26. Think of that as DNA, a different language using letters. Letters, just like the alphabet. Only there's only 21 that they're using to match. So how many out of 21 is my question from day one. And I'll explain why. When Stephen Avery was considered a match, do you know how that really worked? And this is the effing absolute bull-faced truth. A letter came through from the prosecutor, Ken Kratz, to Sherry Colhane, who was the state lab crime lady that does all the DNA testing. And he wrote on and on about how shocked that Stephen Avery's DNA matched the blood sample with 7 loci. 7 loci, folks, ain't a match under no one's book. But the public didn't know what that meant, and they still don't, because we're not educated fully. And therefore, it is a magic wand that can be used against you and Kohlberger and Stephen Avery and Richard Allen and anybody else. Now, they didn't in Richard Allen, but you know what I'm saying. Until you truly face your fear and try to understand it, that they're trying to sell you the alphabet as if it's too complicated for you to learn, because there's billions of combinations that make words, and you're like, oh, I'm not ready for that. You mean I'd have to take the alphabet and I'd have to put C and then go backward to an A and then go grab the T, and I'd have to memorize that meant a cat? Huh. That's how they're treating us, because DNA only has 21. That's all you got to worry about. So how many did it match? That's all we got to really know. And so why are you protesting, or whatever you call it, so much? Why are we having any genealogy, tree, family, nothing? Because you had the DNA of the person that did it on a knife sheath already. You've got the guy in a cheek, right? It's a match. So why all this genealogy? And if you're going to be like, oh, it's the dad's thing, stop. They had everything they needed before they went to the tree. They went to the tree because we all know when fabrication and falsehoods are being sold, the narrative gets so convoluted and so detailed, and all of a sudden you can't tell what words are being spoken. You know, when you know it's a lie, because they just go on and on. That's what the fake Bureau of Investigations is doing in this case, because there's a lot of unnecessary DNA bullcrap to distract you away from the fact that if they had the DNA in the first place, they would have never needed to go and get it again. They doubled down, and it wasn't to bolster their results. There's more to it, trust me. They have a frantic media lighting a fire under every female and male that's anywhere from 25 and under, that's at a college town, freaking out and leaving the college, dispersing. That town's about to hit bankruptcy. We have a billionaire as the president of that college. What do you want to bet that all of a sudden some PR funds got released immediately? And when I say PR funds, I'm talking Patsy. Really, I am. In other words, you find a guy, you make him fit, and you make damn sure he comes from someone in a rival college. You make damn sure he's an out-of-towner, and you make damn sure that he is not someone that has an alibi. That's all you got to do. I don't care how much money it takes. This is my college. I have a $6 million deal on the table with an online college, and I'm not about to have it fall through because of some people that pulled it out of their hat to commit a crime. And God forbid it be some of our students. It's not going to come back on our dime, on our time, or on our face. We are the vandals. Right? So that's how that goes. And that's how I truly feel. And so in this, let's plan this crime together. I'm half cocked, right? Cough syrup has me going. Unknowns outweighing common sense. So this is the plan. Brian Kohlberger, he's sitting in his apartment, right? He's going to commit this crime. He's like, hold on a minute. Who do I want to commit this crime against? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if there's 50 people in that building or one. I'm going to arrive right then where in 13 minutes I commit the crime. No surveillance. No idea who's there, who's home. I don't care if there's 5 cars or 10. I don't care if there's a policeman's ball going on inside there. Whoever's in the house I choose, when I happen to just randomly stop my car, I'm going in there and I'm going to take out all but a few witnesses. I think I'll leave some people. Like, I'll set a limit. I don't really feel like I'll leave some witnesses. That'll be cool. Okay. As a criminology student, I'm pretty smart, so I know in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I should leave my phone here at my house, hooked up to like YouTube or something that just runs it and feeds, because every single, everybody is like, where the phone was is where the victim was. Well, that would be a good idea. I should leave my phone here. No. I don't need my phone. And it would make it more risky if I drop my phone. But you know what? Even though I know everything about electronics and criminology in the cloud, I'm going to shut my phone off. No. I'll just take my phone and I'll just shut it off. I won't leave myself an alibi with my phone. How are you guys? Have any of you given up any money? Sorry, that was loud. Anybody giving up money? Your fake money? You doubting anything I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Would he have done that? Question yourself. As a criminology student, would he purposely have taken his phone instead of being smart like a college student and leaving it hooked up to the internet? Debbie has $8 yet. Karen Bell gave up 10. She's got 90 left. Money for what, Fireball? So I gave you 10 $10 bills. I bumped my camera. You gave me a real tenner? Laura, I'm sorry. You gave me a real tenner? Honey, you don't have to do that. Thank you. Let me go back up. Laura, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for the $10 snippet chat. All right. Let's keep going. So keep track of your money. Right? You had $10 and BK's guilty. Now, if I make you doubt, or you have $10. So you have $100 in increments of a $10 bill. Fake. You're the jury. Every time I make you doubt, you have to forfeit $10 and let me know how much you have left. Okay, Carnival Queen gave up $20. Okay, Maggie still has all of hers. All right? Okay. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to take my phone with me. Yeah, because I don't know, I don't need it. You know what? I'm gonna, I was thinking, here's Brian, right? I could leave my car parked right here. I could literally, I know the cameras in my building. I know what path to take, and I'm a nighttime runner. Wouldn't take me nothing to just run a few blocks and get an Uber or whatever and get dropped off at like some other place in Moscow and then just run over. But what would be cool is my car could sit there where I parked it on camera and they'd be like, his car never even moved. So that'd be like, you know, I could leave my phone running on YouTube and I could leave my car parked. Those would be good alibis, like, and I could probably get away with it. But I think I'm going to take my car anyway. And I think it being having out-of-state plates, which is so like, oh my God, look at that car. It's from Pennsylvania. Narrows it down to just being me. I think that's a great idea. Yeah. Because if it is Kohlberger, then that's indeed what he did. But they don't have any plates, so we never know. I'm just saying. Kohlberger had to have thought, oh, you know what? Me having out-of-state plates, that makes us even higher risk. Like, I could get pulled over, covered in blood on the way home because I got out-of-state plates, dude. You feel me? So you think he did it? Or am I making you wonder if he would have left his damn car parked back at the house because it had out-of-state plates? It's a white car. It's night. It'll stand out like a beacon. Like, here's a light bulb, a neon sign. Look at my car. I've got out-of-state plates. It's white. You won't miss it. How much money do you got? Jennifer Slade, hello, love. You got 7 left. 80 left for Mary. 80 left for Karen Bell. Debbie Gazzardo has 6 left. Ned Muse just gave up 20 and now has 80 left. Mary M only has 90 left. All right. Kohlberger had to have this thought, right? Had to have this moment. You know what? I wonder what kind of security system they got. That'll be interesting. Like, will they have a full-blown, like, alarm system that, like, as soon as I click the wrong code, it'll go off, like, bing, 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 and all the lights will turn on. Boom, 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 floodlights. There I'll be. Or maybe they don't have a camera. I don't know. I've never done any surveillance. I've never stalked. You know, I don't even know who's going to be there. This is going to be so exciting. Like, what if they have an alarm system that just queues up somebody right at the office, like the police? And what if the police are right next door, like a block away, doing some alcohol arrest, and I'm just busted right in the middle of, like, the third person? This is gonna be crazy. Just saying. How much money you got left? How are we doing on time? I gotta speed up. All right. Next. I wonder if they have cameras as part of their security system. I wonder how many of them will catch my whole entire act and my license plate and my car and everything. And it'll be like, Brian, come on, you did it. Let's go tonight. Wonder if I'll even make it out of the driveway. I think I'll park my car really close. Yeah, really close. You know why? Because I want to do it in 13 minutes flat with no plans. I wonder if the dog will attack. I wonder if they have a dog. What if they have several? What if they have Doberman pinchers? What if the Dobermans are trained to... What if it's a drug house? What if they have pit bulls that are... Hold on, you guys. I just got a system alert. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm just going to wing it. I know. I could take like applesauce packet and rug the dog and wait 30 minutes. Nope. Gotta do it in 13 minutes flat. Debbie's got $4 left. Ocean Deep's got 5. Mary has 70. You got 40 and 50 and 70. 60 left. All right. All right. Wonder if I should like know the layout of the house. You know, like who's sleeping where, how many people. No, I don't need to know the layout. I know it's that weird look outside. Like, you don't even know how many rooms that is. The house is built like, you know, this, but then there's the bottom and then the middle and then the top. You know what? I'll just stay at the top 2 floors. Yeah, the top 2 floors. Huh. I wonder if anybody's going to come over while I'm doing this. What will I do? Like if somebody arrives, like, you know, what if somebody does respond to save a victim, like a neighbor or somebody walking by or anything? I ain't worried about it. I'll just wing it, you know? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? All they're going to see is me, you know, run into my car. So what? I've got out-of-state plates. I'm parked so close. Right there where you can, you know, I even left my light on my car so that you could see that kind of stuff. I wonder if there'll be a guy there, like a bunch of them football dudes. Like, will there be any females there? Because a lot of times it's really loaded up with a bunch of jocks that are all like, I'm the king shit. I wonder if I should take a proficient weapon, something good to use. Like, I know I worked at that fish market, and I suck so bad, like I got fired, because I can't use a knife, but that'll just make it more challenging. I haven't even started on the page, so. I'm just saying. How much money you got left? Jennifer Swain's got $50. Ocean Deep's got 30. Mary's got 50. Ocean Deep's got 4. No, 30 now. 30 for Karen Bell. 20 for Debbie Gazzardo. 80 for Maggie. 50 for Laura. You feel me? I could keep going. But you're the jury now. Are you 100%? Do you have all your money? All your money still? Are you 100% without reasonable doubt for Brian Kohlberger? Do you have $100 in your hand? Hi, Isla Suckett. Or Sukit, sorry. 40, 30. June only has 30. Mary has 40. You feel what I'm saying, though? There's a lot of reasonable doubt because what criminology student is going to take their own vehicle rather than leave it as their alibi? There's a lot of modes of transportation. Taking your white out-of-state plate vehicle isn't one of the smartest, brilliant things to do. He ain't gonna do that. That's doubtful, right? Doubtful. I doubt it. Unlikely. Not probable. Unexpected if it did happen. So it's the unlikely position. It's unlikely that this person is going to take their phone with them when they don't need their phone. It's just unlikely. Because even dumbest criminals in the world don't want to take their own car and they don't want to use their own phone. They'll use a burner phone. That's why they make them. Hi, Audrey. I'm glad you showed up. You'd be crap on the jury, Teresa. I think you'd be honestly good on the jury because you're not biased. Mysterious Grave says, I've got 100 pounds. I'm Scottish, not parting with any of it. And that's fine. I'm not expecting you to. I'm just saying the general people feel there's something very wrong with this whole narrative that this dude, that the prosecution's alleging he took his own car, he didn't surveillance the place, he took his own phone. There's something very wrong here. This guy is smarter than that. And so are you. Is the story real? Is it believable? Is it believable? Does it make any sense at all? Bunch of reasonable doubt. Thank you, Jennifer Swain. She only had $50 left and she gave it to me. Thank you, Jennifer Swain, for the $50 snippet chat. Thank you, love. I do appreciate you very much. Let me hit that and wait, there it goes. Right? I mean, the dude has gone through a lot of schooling with some experts, with some really, he's now a teacher assistant. He's grading papers, theories, plans. Mimico, hello, I vote not guilty. Look at what his doctrine is in. BK is not stupid. And another thing, now I got to make a note real quick, and then we got to jump. We got to go. Let's go over here. Over here. Sloppy. You know what I mean? Poppy? You know what I'm saying, Poppy, about sloppy? So, once you know this case, or you get to know the case, there's one thing that you cannot, and you've never heard anybody say when they've talked about Brian, described Brian KOHBERGER, and that is sloppy. He was a clean freak. He was a vegan. He's tidy. But the problem is, LE made it clear this was a sloppy, and that's their words, not mine, crime scene. And when they were asked about that, they said the attacker was sloppy. So, that is where we're headed next. How is Brian, this clean freak that vacuums all night long and wearing gloves to sort the garbage and, you know, being a vegan and running and a health freak and all this, all of a sudden sloppy? I don't know. I don't know. Maz, welcome as a Starlight Seed. Thank you, my beautiful. Thank you. Hey, Katie Bug. Good to see you. You guys lost track on your money because you were listening. David Bird, hello. And yet the guilters are trying to say that him being a criminology student makes him more likely ludicrous. Okay, maybe it does show a more likely chance that a criminology student might have more interest in crime, but it's way less likely if it's done sloppy. I mean, they want to, you know, some of these, if it's sloppy, I don't know. Carl, tell us, someone explain. Okay, someone explain Ashland Kutch's continued monthly rent payments after signing lease and quickly moving out. An Emma Bailey angle. Well, I don't know. I can't argue on that because my son had to move out. We rented a place and then it didn't work out and he had to leave and we had to pay every single dollar of that lease for a year. Chelly Balls, hello, hello. I'm glad you caught alive. So who is the real Killer? That's what you're going to have to figure out and discern. We're going to have to keep working through this. Mon Keiko, Ellie are all crooked. Not all of them, but in this case, in my opinion, I mean, there are people that believe this was a rug hit. I just personally am not on that line. Tommy Jude, you love my sarcasm? I love you, Tommy Jude. I am going to be, if my mods can get Tommy Jude's channel link for us, that would be great. I'm about to jump off here. I have another live to go to on my second channel where we're going to be talking about 13 minutes flat versus 19 minutes flat. IDAHO4. OMG. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. It just is. Okay. Whoops. I am so loud and I'm going to be Tommy Jude's Once Upon a Crime Time Valentine guest. I'm so excited. And so I invite you to merge together, which you're already probably in both communities because we're both awesome. We have amazing family. It's giant. We share, right? And I'll be over there as his guest, so I'll have to look kind of sweetheartish. All right, my lovely. What is my second channel? 1111 Crime Story. So over here we have 1111 True Crime, where I do most of the talking. And then over there we have 1111 Crime Story, where you do most of the talking. I flipped the tables. All right, you guys, I think I'm caught up. Hey, Joyful Dolphin. I love you guys. We need to jump over. Are you ready to do the time warp again? Katie Bug says you look great today. I'm getting my energy back. I'm getting my color back. I'm becoming me again. I was sick. Can you take your money over to 1111 Crime Story? If you want to, Mary. If you want to. Laura, you're funny. Okay, my loves. Are you ready to do the time warp again? It's just a jump to your left and bring your knees in tight. Is it making noise or no? No, I'm just jamming to the air. Here we go.